bee herders, you want to see what it's like to extract 300 gallons, and that may be an overestimate, maybe 250, of honey, stick around, we're about to get with it. All right, before we get going, I'm kind of going to walk you through the RanCan Bee Ranch Honey House and kind of show you what we use and what we've repurposed. Obviously, the centerpiece is our Ligustrum 30-frame extractor. I really love this machine. I highly recommend it. We've made a couple videos about it already, but I have no regrets in purchasing this machine. Over here, this is our friend Bruce Jenny from Bruce's Bees. Check out his YouTube channel. This is his MaxAnt 20-frame extractor. We had one of these, and actually we still have it. Unfortunately, it's charred and scorched beyond all repair from our barn fire a couple of years back. This was our first, larger scale extractor, and we really loved it too. No regrets. This is a fantastic extractor. This was a little more manual control, just tighten it up to speed it up, whereas that one is digital. It's up to you what you want to do, what you like. License made in Poland. MaxAnt's American made. I always try to buy American made when I can, but I just couldn't pass up the deal on that. So those are our extractors. This is one of our uncapping tables. This is actually Bruce's as well, but we built it for him. It is an oyster shucking table that we converted into an uncapping table / tank, and it'll hold in excess of 30 frames, so a perfect load for that Ligustrum. I gave him the wrong one. It works well. It's got a drain. We've got a bucket right there to pick up all the honey that comes out of it. Over here, this is actually a double-walled, insulated bar sink that we picked up on Facebook Marketplace or something and repurposed. I had some old stainless steel legs from something else. Oh, I think the table down there. So this is our uncapping tank. It'll hold about 23 frames, which is not quite enough to go in our extractor, so we kind of swapped around today. On both are our Simple Harmony Farms uncappers. We really love these things. These were a great investment as well. Eventually we'll probably upscale to a more automated type device, but I'm telling you, for the hobbyist or the small scale sideliner, you couldn't go wrong getting one of these. By the way, this table also has a drain in the center, so we've got a bucket under it. This is our first uncapping tank that I made. You can buy one for several $100 from Man Lake or someone like that, or you can make one for $60 from Lowe's. We just double stack those containers or these tubs. I cut the bottom out, bolted in a queen excluder, and then put some finer screen over top of that. Put a honey gate in. So all our uncappings will go in here. The great thing about those Simple Harmony Farms uncappers, there's not going to be a ton of cappings to deal with anyway. Over here, this is just a stainless steel meat cutters table that we use for cutting our cut comb honey and any number of other things. So that'll roll into that. We'll put a bucket under end of it as well. And this is one of the very first things I made, our original uncapping tank. But now we kind of use it for any comb that we need to crush and strain. So we'll put that comb in one of these. It's just a plastic paint strainer bag from Lowe's or any of your big box stores. We'll put the comb in that, crush it, string it, green it, and it'll run out and run into there. All of this is initially being collected into 5-gallon food-safe buckets. We line them with those same paint strainer bags. And then over top of that, to catch the larger pieces of comb that we'll deal with, or wax that we'll deal with rather, are these, I guess they're just fryer baskets. I picked them up here at a local store, Tate's Mini Mall here in Hartford, Alabama. I'm telling you what, if you need something and they don't have it, it doesn't exist. Just repurpose these. These work really good. You can spend 40 bucks or 30 bucks on those double basket stainless steel paint strainers that are bee specific, or you can spend $6.95 on that and do the same thing.
And it's got a handle to hold on to.
Yeah, and it has a handle, and it's got the little lip that sits there on top of that bucket.
Just perfect.
It's fantastic. There's no need to run out and buy a bunch of stuff from your big suppliers. There's stuff around with a little bit of ingenuity and imagination you can repurpose to fit you. Obviously, we're still scaling up. And Bruce and I have kind of combined forces with all of our equipment here in our honey house. It makes life a lot easier. Twice as much equipment is more than half the amount of time it takes us to extract. Stick around because it's about to get real. It's a big day at RanCan. Sam gets his first taste of honey. Infants younger than 12 months should never eat honey. Sam is almost 15 months now and eats anything that can't get away from him. So I think the honey would probably be okay. Hey, buddy. Hey, hey. Roll Tide.
You didn't get it in my mouth though, Paul. Where is it?
No?
Yum, 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 yum. So you didn't know what Opa's put in there. You want more?
More?
Do you want more?
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 More? Hey. Hey. Ow, 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 ow!
Get Opa.
Is that good? More? That's the best stuff ever.
Your turn. Your turn to get some, Opa. You want to get some?
Here.
You don't want any? You already had your taste? You had your taste? Yeah. You've been eating honey a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, but Sam got all his first tastes.
All of his first tastes today.
That's
Yummy.
the best stuff ever. To give you an idea, we ran it through those big screen fryer baskets to just get the big pieces of wax out. And this is about 800, maybe a little smaller micron mesh in these bags, maybe as small as 600, which is the smallest mesh screen we run our honey through anyway. Any smaller than that, you start to remove a lot of those beneficial elements of the honey, which there are 183. Start to remove that stuff. So So it's no longer raw honey, it's just glucose and sugar then. So these bags work good, we're done. We shouldn't have to filter anymore after that. So we actually stole this idea from Bruce. It does make life a lot easier.
I'm doing it.
You are
It's getting lighter and lighter.
training the next generation. Honey.
I'm straining honey.
You are training honey.
Getting even lighter.
All right, we got to send Bruce to the gym. For some reason he can't get this box off the floor. That's the heaviest medium full of honey ever. It must weigh about 8,000 pounds. Or it's stuck to the floor with propolis and honey. How sticky is that stuff?
Never had one.
You can't get it off the floor. Now let's try. Now let's see what we can do. There we go.
There we go.
Propolis. Propolis. All this dark stuff on the tops and bottoms of the boxes. You going to the gym?
Well, I think today is the gym. This is the gym.
Amen. Here's something you don't see every day, but it's not really uncommon. This is honey that has crystallized in the comb. So just like occasionally your honey will crystallize in your jar, it'll also do it in the hive in nature. It's just because of what they were foraging. This is probably mostly clover, which is high in glucose and tends to crystallize quickly. So trust me, if it does this in your jar, there's nothing wrong with it. It's still perfectly edible. It just has a grainy texture because of the large sugar crystals. All you need to do is warm it back up. It will really re-liquefy nice and beautiful and be pretty honey again. Obviously we can't do it in this wax comb, and it won't sling out in the extractor, so we'll set this out and let the bees rob it back out. And there's crystallized honey in the honeycomb. I'm pretty sure we look as rough as we feel. How about you, Bruce?
Absolutely. It's been a busy day.
It's been a crazy busy day. Started super early this morning. Actually, it started 3 days ago. But the spring/summer honey harvest at RanCan is a wrap. 255 gallons we pulled today. 37 deeps, 36 mediums. We averaged right at 5 gallons on each deep. 4.8, I think, and 3.2. Had a great turnout of friends. We are so blessed with the friends that are willing to come out and put in time. Jim and Sabrina, thank you so much. Lindsay, our daughter, you saw her, you know her, and obviously Bruce and Mike, they're in it. We'll be doing this again in 2 weeks, right?
I hope so.
We'll be doing it again in 2 weeks. But it's a ton of honey. We've all decided about 2.5 hours ago we didn't like honey anymore. So I think that's about all we're gonna deal with this season. Maybe we'll pull some more in October. But what do you think? Anything you would say?
It was the most I've ever done, and I just love the setup where we had both of our systems going. It's just so much faster. I think we actually spun the honey out in about 7 or 8 hours.
Yeah.
All this honey, so
And
so
cut
much
cone
faster.
and crush cone honey from blowout, so
And that took a while to do that, but just the spin and the extraction was pretty darn fast.
yeah, it went crazy.
So
Well, we'll do it again in 2 weeks, see if we can get better at
I'm
it.
gonna do mine then.
That's right. Bruce
Probably
is-
about this much again, I'm thinking, but we'll see.
I'm going on vacation to Jamaica. I'm leaving him a key.
And we do it, but I appreciate you letting us use, I appreciate all you.
We appreciate all the help we get. All right, well, folks, until next time, what do we tell them?
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
That's right.